to today's episode of which is podcast. Today we'll be discussing about something that has been going crazy around the world for many decades. Who is the greatest of all time, Ronaldo or Lionel Messi? When I say Ronaldo, I mean the Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. So today, we have speakers here, Aki and Ahmed, and I will be talking about this particular debating about who we think is the greatest of all time. Me, I have my own. I have my own. So, guys, welcome to today's episode. So, I'm eager to hear what you guys think about and the reasons why you are picking whoever you're picking, right? So, I don't think you guys need to introduce yourself anymore. Just let us know what Ahmed. One question: who is the greatest of all time? Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
I know this will definitely come with a lot of backlash from people, but I don't care what anybody thinks at this point. Any day, anytime, I'll stick for Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. I can,
Yes, and I'll tell you why. So, but
yeah, we'll come back to the why. I can always who's the greatest of all
Greatest of all time.
time? Mhm.
Even though it actually pains me to say it. But that would be Lionel Messi.
Lionel Messi. Share with I share the same opinion. I believe Lionel Messi is the greatest of all time. I'll say the reason why. I used to have a different opinion a few years ago, but something really changed that opinion of mine. I saw some things and I was like, no, know how you
what did,
there's no way there's no way in the world you would say Ronaldo has an edge when it comes to
Let's get it.
everything. So let's
oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I would definitely like to start this conversation then, since
mhm,
the both of you are on the same side. I would like
mhm.
to tell you why I think Ronaldo should still be considered the GOAT. First, this is more of an opinion and a bit sentimental. And ultimately, it should be an opinion for everyone. I don't think, let me just continue. I don't want to go far off from the conversation. So look at it this way. I like the fact that Ronaldo came through as a boy that cannot be considered exceptionally talented. Yeah, I mean, he had some talent here and there, and we saw glimpses of that early on. But the fact that he developed all the skills required to be a complete footballer by himself, right? Let me say, maybe Ronaldo was a complete footballer. He could use both feet to shoot, heads the ball, control, dribbles, and everything. So that doesn't take anything away from Messi that, okay, Messi is naturally talented. So also, we've seen a lot of talented players that didn't make it through. So I'm not taking that away. I'm just saying that's a point for Ronaldo also. Messi has it also naturally. Yeah, they are tied. So yeah, then you might say, but we have to look at objective metrics like winning the Ballon d'Or, individual awards, and winning with teams. Of course, Messi has won more Ballon d'Ors than Ronaldo, but I can tell you that two of those awards I don't believe he should have won. Everybody
Mhm.
remembers the case of where everybody thought Schneider should have won that award and one
Mhm.
other one recently. So I don't believe he should have won two of those awards. That's that. And at club level, Messi is talented, right? But he played with some of the best players we've seen on this planet in Iniesta and Messi at Barcelona, right? I mean, we could argue that he went to PSG and couldn't replicate that success because he didn't have that kind of those kind of players around him. And that takes me to international world. Somebody can say, oh, yeah, he has also won the World Cup. Fine, Messi has won the World Cup. But the fact that it took so long for him to win this World Cup, no, wait, the fact that it took so long shows that he was not solely responsible for winning it, right? Because he has had like excellent players around him and they didn't win it. He had to win this. If it was all about Messi, that, oh, yeah, it was because of Messi we won this World Cup, he should have won it years ago, even multiple times when he was firing on all cylinders for Barcelona and all of that. So now another point that I'll have to make, I don't want this to be too long, is the longevity. They've both been long, so they won't be playing for that long in the game, which is awesome. But one thing that I will now add as the last point is the impact, or let me say the influence on and off the field. I think that is greater for Ronaldo than for Messi. If you just look at many of these young players coming up, sometimes you even see videos on the internet, random Instagram pages of players even outside of football, maybe scoring points and celebrating like Ronaldo does, that kind of influence. I think he has more of that influence on and off the field than Messi. So for these reasons, I think Ronaldo is still in the good debate as far as I'm concerned. There are more things I could, but they are more trivial and mundane, but those are the main key points. So I would love to listen to what you guys have to say about why Messi is leaps and bounds ahead of Ronaldo in the good debate.
Um, okay, well said, Ahmed. I mean, there are a couple of things you said that I quite agree with, and there are some other things that you said that I believe you are being, because probably
I'm not
Ronaldo
making
played at,
sense, right?
no, probably because Ronaldo played at Manchester United, you have this kind of love for him. But yeah, I don't have, none of these guys have played for me in my team. I don't have any love for anyone, maybe because they've helped my team in any way. In fact, I hate Messi for the fact that he almost turned Liverpool into a laughing stock in the Champions League a few seasons ago. But Aki, do you want me to go first, or you like to go first? I don't mind waiting.
Yeah, I actually like to go.
Last, right?
I think the fact that one, I can't believe that a time will come that I'll be defending Messi. And then secondly, Ahmed D. Dave, he opened the door to hand the goat
Messi.
to so easily. So easily. For a very long time I've always felt like Ronaldo was the greatest footballer of all time. But after the World Cup, after Messi won the World Cup, yeah, that sealed it for me. You talked about the fact that was a complete footballer, he can use his right, his leg. So if you're going to talk about as an athlete, the best footballer of all time in terms of what it means to be a footballer, that is Ronaldo. Anybody that argues that is just wasting your time, right? But when you say the greatest of all time, we are talking about who has achieved the most, right? And that's where it comes in. Let's look at
Should look
Messi.
at that by achievement alone. That's a
It
question.
should be achievements, right? Yes, it should be. Because if it's not achievement, other people will come into the conversation because the great of all time becomes something that is now subjective. Oh, what do you like? What style of play? What team do they play for? Those kind of sentiments now come into it. But if you want to look at it objectively, who achieved the most? Talk about the Ballon d'Or. I agree. I even think it's three of them that he shouldn't have won, right? And I can name them. But right now, he has 8, right? The
Mm-hmm.
argument we had for Ronaldo over Messi before was, oh, he was able to do it for country and for club, right? Well, since the last time we had that argument that was really nice in 2018, Messi has won 2 Copa and 1 World Cup. We can say that the stars aligned for him to be the greatest, but that's the reality. That is it. If we're talking about longevity, Messi is 86,
That's 6, 7, thereabouts.
36, 36 in June,
Uh,
going to 37
uh,
next year, right? That is old already. So the longevity argument also works in his favor,
oh, he said for both of them, like, yeah, that's the point for
right?
both of
Mm-hmm.
them. Yeah.
Right? Messi has scored less goals than Ronaldo, but not as significant. I don't have the numbers right now. Maybe I should have looked at it. But Ronaldo doesn't have 50 goals over Messi. Messi has more than 100 assists over Ronaldo, right? So if you're talking about what football is about, because that's usually my argument back in the days. It's like football is about putting the balls in the net. So there's a reason why attacking players are the kind of players we talk about when you talk about all these debates, because it's about scoring goals. How you score it does not matter. If you dribble 10 people, I don't care. As long as you put the balls in the net. But now Messi is scoring those goals at almost the same rate, at a higher rate, if you go by rate, higher rate than Ronaldo, right? Of course, there's an argument that Ronaldo started as a winger, so it was not about scoring goals initially before he had to pivot. I give him that. And I love Ronaldo more than Messi, just based on what you said. The fact that he was a kid that was not supposed to be where he is, and he worked right? So that is the reason why Ronaldo is a greater role model to footballers, athletes, right? But I cannot fault Messi for the gift that God gave him. He has the
I mean,
gift. Do you understand? And not if we're even going to go by the most gifted footballer of all time, it's not Messi. Messi is not as gifted as Ronaldinho. Growth home. So he has also gone through a lot to be here. So I'm not going to fault him for his work ethic because I feel like if at 36 you are still playing the
Oh
way
yeah, I said that like talent is nothing if you don't work hard. Like yeah, we still have to give him that.
you
Yeah.
understand? So I'm not going to knock him for that. Like he has the natural talent. He has done the most with it. 8 Ballon d'Ors, even though that hates pain me. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't expect this hate one, but still, he won the World Cup. And like you said, I agree. Like if you're saying, oh, why did it take him so long to win the World Cup?
No, I'm saying it's no. I'm not saying I'm not taking the World
he
Cup away
said,
from him. I'm
he
saying
said, if
it's about the other players also. And
I
like, let me
agree.
just put it out there. I've never been a fan of individual awards. I hate individual awards in team sports.
but
So
Ahmed,
having this conversation, it's here, and I have to choose, and I'm
Ahmed,
choosing Ronaldo.
speaking about your point,
Yeah,
you said if it's about individual performances, right? If you remember the Euro 2016 Portugal one also, Ronaldo didn't play in the final. Eder scored the winning goal, right?
lost
Football,
before they go to the final, right? So yeah,
football is a team game. For Ronaldo
exactly.
also, it's not about
That's why I'm saying we shouldn't give them. The people are making it look like because he now won the World Cup.
hmm
Yeah, I mean we count it for him, but I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
how
but
should that change the conversation? If you're thinking about the greatest of all time, for me, if I have to engage in that competition, I have my way
mhm,
to set the criteria. I'll just put it at
mhm,
maybe just individual things, not team achievements. Even the individual achievements alone, what you did in
mhm.
terms of the numbers, I was talking about goals and things like that. But when you start saying because he won the World Cup, they had a goalkeeper that made saves, excellent saves against France that kept them
What?
in
But
that
but but
competition.
but but if what the World Cup is the greatest prize any footballer can win in their career.
I'm
I
not
mean,
disputing that.
Ronaldo should also take that particular challenge up and take Portugal all the way from group stage all
That's
out to
why
the
I
World Cup.
said you can't really do that. Okay, look at what's this Arsenal boy's name again with
Yeah.
Norway.
hmm
Look at them now. Haaland is a potent goal scorer. We can't do that with the team he has around, the players he has around him. He
Yeah,
scored
that
goals.
it
That's
was
what I'm saying.
fortunate.
So it's not
It,
about one player. If I had my way, I would say these goals award, this goals debate, everything
hmm
should only be based on just individual contributions. And how we want to do that,
hmm
it even makes it more difficult, harder. And for that reason, I do even like individual awards in general. But if we still have to choose the GOAT based on everything that I've said, I'm still going for Ronaldo. And I don't think anything that can happen that can change my mind. Say, okay, I'm not open minded about this. I don't care. But I think
Okay.
I made valid point. But Dimitri, I still want to listen to your own points too, because
Yeah,
you're also going for
so
Messi.
like I said earlier, before now, I've always been a Ronaldo fan. I always believe Ronaldo is the greatest footballer of all time. For decades, he was coming to the Champions League, mothering teams that play top flight football in several leagues. So
And
I,
I mean,
if
that's not the point. The point is, did
so,
he succeed in France? Would you say that was the Messi you expected? Like, you expected that kind of performance
so
playing around
so
the Mbappes, Neymar, and all that. So
one thing I would say is a couple of things that I feel why I feel Messi is the greatest of all time is number one, anybody can be Ronaldo. Personally, that's what I think, in my opinion. Anybody can be Ronaldo. The reason why I believe anybody can be Ronaldo is he had to work his way up.
I strongly disagree with that one, but I will let you continue.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is
Mm.
if you have um
Like,
the work ethic, the mindset, the discipline, and everything he has, there's a higher chance for you to actually achieve that, right? But not everybody can be Messi. Why? Because it's a talent that is God-given talent, right? And he made the best use of it. So I feel like Akin said earlier, I said a lot of young footballers look up to Ronaldo because they always seem be like, they always seem as someone like they can emulate everything, watch his videos, do all these things, his training regime, everything. They can, if they can replicate it, they can actually be like Ronaldo. They
I don't
believe
think they
that.
can. They will just become fitness trainers. That's just
No.
what I think. They'll just build muscles, and
so
I don't
so
think they'll be like Ronaldo. But
if if you look at if you listen to ex footballers talk about Messi, if you listen to recently, John Mikel Obi was in had a podcast and he
Yeah.
spoke about Messi
Real
and Ronaldo. Yeah,
Ferdinand. Yeah.
yeah. And he said something. He said Messi is a type of player that, to be honest, it's not because of this debate or anything, but it's a rare kind of player. People like that don't come all the time, right? So personally, I feel like he is someone that is just is different, right? And you guys mentioned something earlier. You can have the talent. Eden Hazard has the talent, but when he tried to put the hard work, it didn't even make sense for him at that. So Messi had the talent, he put in the work, and he's getting all the rewards for everything that he's doing. Also, looking at the fact that this guy has been churning out great performances from, I can't remember the youth championship he played with Nigeria. He has
Five.
been
Oh, five.
he has been consistently churning out. I mean, he didn't play with Xavi and Iniesta in that particular squad. He did not. He played with Di Maria
Yeah,
and the
but he
likes.
played with them, Di Maria, Aguero. Oh no,
Yeah,
Di Maria was in the Olympics, not in the under 20. Yeah.
he played with those guys, but
Yeah,
he was there. But these
Baleta.
guys were not the stars we know them to be right now.
they had a
So
great.
they had a great squad. He did well. He personally, I feel like you guys say something about the most complete footballer. Ronaldo is complete. I agree. Ronaldo is complete. He can shoot. He can. But bro, like Messi can shoot. He can score. He uses his head.
Wait, completeness is like there is no weakness.
Like you can
Mhm,
say, oh, in area ball competing against top players, will you be
mhm,
bullied?
Messi, you're crossing into the ball for Messi.
mhm.
Why would you do that? What?
In
As a
terms of
football.
when it comes to set pieces, free kicks, Messi is way more. Is a more complete set piece kicker than
That
That becomes recency bias.
exactly that become recency
that's
bias for you because it
bias.
happened
Yeah.
recently. Yeah.
No,
One
no. What
use.
I'm saying is, if you
Yeah.
look at the amount of free
Remember
kick
that.
goals Messi has scored in his career, look at the amount of free kick goals Messi has scored in his career. It's way more than what Ronaldo has scored, right?
You know, you're still not getting my point. It's not
Hmm.
way more. Go and dig it out.
How many goals? Can I pull
More
out
than
that
four.
stats now?
It's not more than four. I
More
still
than
checked it.
four?
It's not more than four for 5 goals.
Can someone pull out that stat now?
Yes. But let me tell you what you're missing in there.
Hmm.
6, 7 years ago, it was like 60 to 30. There was a gulf between them. The
Hey, no,
Messi,
right now. We're talking of
no,
right
hold
now.
on.
It is 65, 61.
I told you it's
Free
four.
kick goals. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Messi literally developed, and I respect him for it. He
Hmm.
developed the act of scoring free kicks, and he's been scoring a lot. And Ronaldo has not
Hmm.
been scoring. But
Hmm.
just understand the fact that what is the average life cycle of a footballer? Typical footballer at the peak is usually like 10 years,
Hmm.
right? But it's because these guys have stretched the limit of what it
Hmm.
means to be great footballers and what it means to be in your prime. That's why we are
Hmm.
talking about, oh, now he's no longer scoring. Well, he's been scoring again at
Yeah.
still now, scoring his
Hmm.
free kick. In recent years,
Okay.
I'm sure here, if you look at the numbers, he has scored more free kick or the same number of free kicks with Messi.
Okay. I agree.
Yeah, we can't just go
And
and say,
Ronaldo also defends. That's one thing I like. People always say he doesn't, but he does.
no, he
Like
actually.
tracks back and defends, but a lot of people don't even see that in
Especially
his
if we are
game.
talking about good debate and we are comparing Messi and Ronaldo. We're not comparing him with someone else. The two of them, Ronaldo defends.
So, lastly, just to round up my point before we wrap up this is individual awards. Ronaldo, Messi has won the greatest prize any footballer can win in the world. In your career, every footballer dreams of winning the World Cup. Like I said, if Messi had not won the World
But you
Cup,
just said individual award, then you said World Cup.
I mean collective. What I
So,
meant was collective award.
Yeah.
So
I get what he's trying to say, but go ahead. Yeah. I get what you're trying to say. Continue. Yeah.
yes, what I'm trying to say is like I wanted to talk about like collectively. He has won like everything every player dreams of winning. And if you also look at it, you cannot tell me Ronaldo doesn't not want that World Cup medal
No, nobody is
in his.
disputing that. You definitely want it. But what I'm saying about this is okay, look at somebody like Dani Alves. He has won a lot of trophies. So if he wins the World Cup, does that put him in the good debate? No. Other things, other factors must come into play. That's my own point about this whole GOAT debate thing.
No,
If
Daniel.
so let me say one thing,
no,
right?
no, no, what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying, that other things have to come into play. So we can't just
I,
say now that he has won the World Cup, that changes the concept. Right for me.
no, agreed. But
Yeah.
why it is important to think about those things is that we're talking about the best, right? So when you bring them out, okay, these are the guys in this bucket. Then how do you now separate them out? Right? So that's why Alves and all these guys will not come into play when we're talking about it. Because The things you're talking about, majority, the leagues Messi has won, the Champions League he has won, it was pivotal to majority of them. So I'm saying like that. We'll have this conversation later, but one thing we both can agree on, and I don't know whether the world will agree, is that these are the two greatest footballers to ever kick the ball, and
Yep.
it's not close. That is how, for me, that's how I don't know. I have this argument another day. It is not even
100%.
So,
100%.
Dimeji, I wanted to say something, then I'll just give my last word. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
So a lot of people used to say Messi played with Iniesta, he played with Xavi, had these guys. I mean, Ronaldo played with Kaká. He had top players also he was playing with at their prime. At their prime.
You want me to be arguing against my peak?
No. On a more serious note, you can't call these guys not great players. Messi, you
They
said
grew
what?
up in the academy together. They literally learned how to play football together. Like, okay, Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, and they ended up being three great players in the same team for that long. It's not easy to bring
When
all these great players are men.
Because this conversation that when it now goes to Argentina, then everything falls apart. It
For a
doesn't.
long time, that was what was like.
People were saying that a lot because the
Really,
chemistry between those three was just crazy.
but
Like, I'm not blaming him for that,
no
really.
one is blaming him. We're just
Yeah.
saying it's a good argument for why. I'm
Mhm,
not going to use that to knock him. I'm saying
mhm.
you can't bring that and say, "Oh, Ronaldo played with Kaká." No, because Ronaldo played with
But
Kaká was not even great when Ronaldo played with him. So why would he?
Ronaldo did not.
If he had
Not
played with,
everybody.
wait, understand what I'm saying? There's a
Mhm,
consistency. It's the same thing. Go and check other sport, majority sport, basketball, all these sports. Consistency matters. Because
mhm,
now you understand how Messi is playing. Like, oh, if he gives me this pass, I'm going to put it here. You don't understand? I'm going to put it there. Like that
mhm.
connection works, and they built around it for more than a decade. Do you understand? Like,
It's all right. I mean, just go ahead. What you want to
Oh, yeah,
say?
I just want to say this, and maybe we can round this up after. Like, as I just want anybody watching this, I actually want them to also drop in who they think is still their goods, because I'm still wondering whether there are people like me out there that still believe Ronaldo should be in the GOAT conversation. So anybody watching this should comment whether, like,
Ronaldo
you think
should be in
Ronaldo.
the GOAT conversation, or Ronaldo is the GOAT.
is the coach.
They're both still playing, right? They're both still playing. That's why I said that.
Ahmed is trying to. He's trying to.
The reason I said it that way is because they are both still playing. We don't know what's going to happen next year. Maybe they play into their 40s and they keep
Is
winning
is
things.
that is
I want people to share their opinion. But one thing I want to say before we round up is like the reason why I don't, even the FIFA, the Ballon d'Or awards, I don't really like them, because sometimes I think if Messi scores, say, 50 goals, their season is scored about 61 or so goals. If he scores that, and the defense, every time they concede 4 or 5 goals, and at the end they finish middle of the table or something like that. So would that also put him into the debate? I like the FIFA 11 awards better than just pick one person. You are comparing strikers against strikers, wingers against wingers, defenders
mhm,
against defenders. And
mhm.
that's it. This is the best person in this position. Yeah, I understand the ultimate aim of football is to score goals, but then I think it takes away from other people on the field.
Yep.
And that's why we are not assigning much weight to the fact that Ronaldo can help defend, does track back. We don't think it's significant enough to sway the conversation in favor of him. But we think, okay, scoring 6 goals in the World Cup and winning the Golden Ball plays in your favor. So those are some of the things that really it was hard for me to actually choose. But I just feel like if I'm going to get any backlash, it has to be for Ronaldo, and that's why I picked Ronaldo.
No, in this world, we always have to choose, and right, so which is what we did. And guys, we're still going to come back and talk about top 20 greatest of all time. We'll have that conversation. The greatest 11 of all time. Excited about that one. I think those are actual conversations that,
Greatest strikers of all time,
yeah,
greatest
they're actually
midfielders.
good debates. That will always be in flux. There will be people that will believe it's not.
There are people that still think Maradona today, Pele today.
Pele, yeah.
Yeah.
There's an argument I can live for. Let's go. Explain to me, wow, Pele. And you tell me, oh, he won 3 World Cups. Well, he was not even the best player at any of the World Cups.
Mm.
All
Not in
right,
that.
guys. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. And like Ahmed rightly said, don't forget to leave a comment and let us know your opinion. And yeah, look out for other episodes about the greatest players that ever graced the beautiful game of football. Bye for now, guys.